All right, as you guys can see, I'm not here again. I know. You guys miss me so much. Don't cry. Um, so today you have your notes due, and so you have to have them turned in to me by the end of today, and here is why. So today, instead of just your study notes and with your outline notes, I have been planning this for a while, and I'm going to wait to hear all the groans from you guys later, but this is actually a good thing. Today, along with your outline notes, with you guys turning in your quote unquote study material, whatever that is, right? The flashcards, whatever it is, you are going to have until the end of this class period to make sure that all of that is perfect, that you have included the following, which I'm going to discuss with you to make sure that it is included in here. Because in addition to your outline and study notes, you need to make sure that all of this is part of that, because this will count as your plant test grade. And so if you decided to make a video or something, and so you can't actually include some of these terms just in case you didn't include them, that's fine. Then you're going to write them out and you're going to make sure that they are somehow turned into me by the end of the day. So I'm giving you guys until 11:59 p.m. tonight Eastern Standard Time in order to get all of that in together for your test grades. So if you happen to forget, you're in luck. So let's go through some of these notes, and then you're going to have the rest of the class period to make it beautiful. And I mean beautiful, because what I'm including here, that's what's going to give you like a C. But I obviously not just this term, right? You have to include all the information that goes along with it. That's like a C. I'm also going to be grading you on the creativity of your notes. So in other words, how well you went above and beyond in terms of making sure that I understand that what you've studied is correct, right? And we discussed some of that individually in terms of what is acceptable for your study notes to be turned in. Okay, so all of that's going to count toward your test grade, which works out because basically you've studied for your test if you did your outline notes and you did something with them. But now instead of getting tested on it separately, this is your test grade, the proof that you have studied for it. All right, so let's go through this. These terms are found all in this slideshow, in the plant slideshow. So in the first Amoeba Sisters video, in the plant sexual reproduction slides that are part of this slideshow, and then also with the second Amoeba Sisters video. So you need to know angiosperms and gymnosperms, and you need to know why they're called that, and I need at least 2 examples of plants that fall under that category. Obviously, inside of angiosperm, I need to know about monocots and dicots, right? So how do we tell the difference, etc.? So that lab that we did, that's what I need to know. I need to know what is the definition of fruit and what is not fruit. Flowers, and what are they? And that includes all the anatomical terms found on slide number 7. So all those, on slide 7, you'll see all the words on that diagram. I need to know what those words are, so I need definitions or something that shows me that you actually know what those terms are. And then I need at least a summary or something that tells me that you understand the following terms, which are all that plant sexual reproduction slides on this slideshow. This was not part of the video. This is just separate. The calyx, the androecium, the gynoecium. So those 3. And then I also need to know all the male parts and the female parts. That's found in that second Amoeba Sisters video. And I need to know what they are. So, for example, the good thing with plants is that lots of diagrams are good. So if you wanted to draw a diagram, if you wanted to label things, all that counts. So, if that's what you want, be creative. Or if you want to explain it, fine, explain it. But I need to know that you've actually studied that. Okay, don't forget male parts are the stamen, the filament, and the anther, what they each do. Female parts are the pistil, stigma, style, and the ovary. You need to give me some information on pollinators and why they're important for plants. Like, you don't need to go off and tell me all about bees, but you do need to tell me what bees, like, for example, like, how do bees help pollinate? Or how do animals help pollinate that poop out things, like all that type of stuff. I need to know how sperm cells, egg cells, and polar nuclei are related when it comes to plant sexual reproduction. I need to know what vegetables are, or more accurately, what they are not. because that's not an actual biological term. And then the adaptations of plant structures, which was found in the first Amoeba Sisters video. All of that alone with your outline notes. So you've done your outline notes. They should automatically include all the information I just talked about, right? Because we've been talking about this. Those outline notes, now you take all the information, and whether you've made up a song or you've done a PowerPoint presentation or whatever you've done for the study portion of those outline notes, it at least needs to include what I just said. Now, if you include extra things, obviously, if you explain things in a manner that shows me that you've really mastered the material, then of course you're going to get a better grade than a C, right? But if these terms are not there, then you can automatically expect not a great grade. For example, all right, let me give you an example of an A plus information, okay? Let's just go through angiosperm because that one's a big one, right? So for angiosperm, for an A plus section on angiosperm, you would tell me that they are flowering plants, that they are the most complex, they're the most diverse, and that they've been the most successful, that they have fruit, that and that all of these other terms are basically umbrellaed. All of these ones right here are all umbrellaed under angiosperm. Then you would go on and explain monocot and dicot, what that means, and you would also include diagrams possibly, or some type of explanation of what makes a monocot, what makes a dicot, for example, what we did with that lab. That is A plus information for an angiosperm, because you've shown me a diagram, you've shown me with either color or note cards or whatever that you fully understand what this is. For gymnosperm, you're not just telling me what it is, but you're giving me those two examples, or you can give me more examples of gymnosperms, etc. Okay, so basically the effort that you put in is the grade that you will get. Okay, if you're like, but Mrs. Prosser, I already had my dad record me reading the things out loud and stuff. It's like, that's great. If you forgot some of these, which is why I'm giving you this time, then you're going to do that separately during class time, which is why I've given you this time. And you will hand all of that in to me by 11:59 p.m. today. Okay. If you have a hard copy of something like flashcards, or you made a poster or something, then you need to have that turned in obviously by the end of the day, because I will be collecting that soon. So make sure that's turned in today as well. All right, guys, you have a long time to make this perfect. There is absolutely no reason why I should give anybody less than a 90%, like for real life. You guys have an hour and a half to do amazing, and you've already done most of the work, right? So if I get any information on slacking off or anything like that, then I'm not going to be very happy. And not that my emotions are your responsibility, but when I'm not happy, I grade in a very mean way. I know I shouldn't, because it's a rubric and stuff. And okay, you guys get it. I won't be mean with grading, obviously. But I don't hear anything about slacking off and not actually doing your best. Like, I expect 90s from all of you. Every single one of you. Those of you that are saying, no, I can get a C, whatever, that's good enough. No. I expect a 90 from you. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, and have fun during high school retreat. You guys are going to have so much fun. I want to hear all about it.